Dr. Giggles in the house. It's your Wednesday night revival of the Grove Show. And we got quite a bit to talk about. I had to reboot the computer, that's why it took a little bit. I was just acting a little funky. It wouldn't it would just shut off the, what do you call it? The Facebook. So I just rebooted, problem solved. Seems to be the thing. The internet's so sketchy right now because of everybody and their mother at home making videos, uploading videos, streaming, watching. It's crazy. And what's up, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having a great day. What's up, Grovel? What's up, Jason? What's up, Lindsay? What's up, Larry? And everybody. I hope I didn't destroy that. Let's see what I got. All right, so basically this week, we are going to talk about some of the stuff that we talked about all week. Just kind of like a recap. And, especially those that watch every day. Like during the day. Some watch at night, some don't. But it'd be good for those that, as we know in this time, there's not a lot of news. But it's just another, like a recap week. Plus those that don't have the opportunity, to watch during the day. And those that watch during the day, we can help get everybody up to speed, have the conversation, bring more people into that conversation. That's what it's about. And, like I do every day now, because I just see people getting crazy like politics, but because of the virus, if anybody has an opinion that doesn't agree with yours, we don't allow people to attack each other. It's okay to voice your opinion, say what you feel, and it's okay to disagree. And if you want to debate with somebody or me or somebody about an issue, by all means, we can do that. I'm just saying, hey, it's okay to disagree. We can agree to disagree. We all, like I said, this is always, we all come together for what? One thing. Theme parks. Just because you're bored and you got nothing else to do. I don't know. So, we'll talk about some of the stuff this week. Talk about some new stuff that was talked about yesterday because Jason Paradise and everybody came with an idea. I haven't talked to Jason about it yet, but I'm going to do that when the show's over or tomorrow, whenever we can. I'm going to announce it now. I know I might have to repeat myself later, but we are going to start doing, and I don't know if it's going to be this week or beginning of next week, we're going to start doing a quiz show. I got like stupid little prizes I can mail out to people, you know what I mean? Like, I got a whole bunch of Wicked Cyclone Media Day bags still. I'd love to get out of my house. Comes with pins, pencils, little cups, frisbees, whatever the hell's in the bags. It's just a cool little thing. Hey, here's a prize. Thanks for being down with us, and we'll ship it out. No big deal, you know what I'm saying? We will get it done. We will do it. So that's one of the things that we're working on that we got to do. So, you can't. Oh my God, you can't hear me because I talked all that for nothing. Oh my God, son of a bitch. Okay, let's start over again. I forgot I was recording a Haunapalooza video today I was reviewing a costume I had bought. Totally forgot about it. Anyways, so I'm Dr. Giggles. Welcome to the Wednesday revival of the Grove Show. Oh, God. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, I know it's an inside joke. To me, it's funny. To you guys, you're like, you're an idiot. I know. So what I was saying was, before we begin, like I always do, I just want to make sure that people that, if there's somebody in here when we're talking and somebody's opinion differs from yours, it's okay to agree to disagree. All I ask is just don't attack them. Let everybody, have their opinion. It's okay to debate each other. I just don't want to have a free-for-all because I've been seeing everybody is like going crazy on social media. I know people like with this virus, it was just crazy. People are going crazy like politics and unfriending and yelling and screaming and fighting and want to kill each other. We don't want to do that here. This is for that. So anyway, this week what we are going to talk about now will be louder. We're going to talk about some of the stuff during the week. We're going to talk about some of the new stuff and bring people up to date kind of that weren't here during the week, because I know there's a lot of essential employees and there's a bunch of bums like us. Well, not bums, it's just an unfortunate circumstance. We can't work, so that's why I do this every day, either 1 o'clock or Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock, so we can all just bring people up to speed. If you got an issue with somebody's thought process on reopening an economy, if we talk about it, it's okay. I want everybody to see both sides of the fence, because it's an issue and people gotta, people are worried. So as we talk about things, about updates with, the virus and everything else, if you don't agree, that's okay. Be like, hey, I don't agree, and here's why. I'm okay with that, but no attacking. Yeah, Sean, I've been seeing what you've been doing on, Facebook with your issues with unemployment, which sucks. Everybody's stressed out, but that's why I just if everybody has a different opinion about something. I think I don't know. I'm probably in the minority about how I want things just open and whatever, and I'm at the point where I'm just I'm over it. So, and I know a lot of people are against it, no, don't do that. It's okay. I'm just letting you know that I know my opinion is a minority opinion, and people probably look at me and go, you're an idiot. And that's fine. You can call me an idiot. I don't care. But I'm just hoping that the rest of the people don't get attacked. That's all. So what we'll do is we'll get into some of the new news, and then we'll get into the what do you call it? The recap of the week so far. One thing that I was talking about was the update of we're going to start doing on the Grow Show. Probably start that Monday. I want to sit down, and if anybody wants to help with this, by all means, I'm all ears. We talked about it with Jason Paradise and everybody else towards the end of the show yesterday about doing a Grow Show quiz show, like a game show. So maybe we could do that towards the end of the show. We could probably do that every day. I got prizes galore, media day bags, all that other crap. I got all kinds of prizes and stuff. And, I know it's not much. I can't give you free tickets. I can't afford to give everybody. Unless the parks want to hand out free tickets, we can talk. We could do that. I'm going to talk to them to see. Because, now might be the time to see if you can get, some of those free promotional tickets. I don't really want to if I have the money. I'd like to buy some tickets, maybe at a discounted rate to give away that don't have passes. You know what I mean? To kind of help people in the community that would love to go, can't go. I'm going to talk to Parks about that, see if I can get, a few tickets here and there to give away, even if I have to pay for them. So you know what I'm saying? I want to try to do something. Or maybe we can do some kind of show with a lot of people, like a long Grow Show, and have people donate even a couple bucks or something just to entertain people, and then use that money strictly to buy theme park tickets to give away to people that are in need or something like that. I don't know how good that's... I know most of us have season passes and stuff like that. I'm going to try and talk to some people, see what they think, and see what we can and can't do, and all that. Even if I pay for it out of my own pocket, I don't care. It's just, once everything reopens, and people are going to want to get out. You know what I'm saying? People are going to want to go do things. So I'm going to talk to Parks and stuff like that to see if there's anything we can come up with, maybe if I bought a pair of tickets at a discount rate, maybe, I don't know, for, say, Lake Compounce or Six Flags New England or Quasi, just saying, and be able to hand those out, get those to people that really need them, that can't afford them, that would just like to go out and do something. Yes, I'm always thinking about it. I may be an asshole, but I still think of the greater good of the people. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so anyway, so we're going to start doing a quiz show, and we'll take a few people. I'm working on a couple of things. 2 Planko shows, normally Wednesday shows. Hopefully. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen when it comes to... I'm having such a hard time, but I think I'm going to focus on Open RCT Friday and Saturday to try to get that going. Tomorrow, I'm working on using the Google, whatever, I forgot what the hell they called it. The Google video chat thing. What is that? Whatever this thing is. Google Meet. I don't know if you got to pay for it. I don't know what you do. I don't know. I'm going to play with that later because, I'm going to be doing some interviews with Parks. I'm going to be doing, we're going to, right now, because we can't really be around people, the Hornapalooza podcast channel that we have for SFNEOnline, the podcast we're going to do, We're going to work on trying to figure out between Skype or whatever, different various things that other people use to chat. So we're going to work on every various possible way that we can, as long as I can record it and then be able to edit it and put it, into, a video, until we can really get things going. So that's what we're going to do. So those are just some, some little updates of what's going on, what we're going to do. So anybody that has ideas, updates about wanting to, for the quiz show, is it Jeopardy style? Is it just some questions? And we got to figure out how people can, whoever puts the answer first. I don't know how we would do that. We can figure it out. Or maybe we do it on video. They're playing a game. I got to see what's compatible, what's not compatible with the software. I think a lot is. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm going to work on that between tomorrow and the end of the weekend for our, Roller Coaster Tycoon open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and this whole chat thing, because I already got the first guest officially lined up. I just got to play with some stuff to get it to work. And then the next thing about interviews, I did talk to Larry from Lake Compounce today through email. He's the assistant general manager, and we did a little chit chat. We are going to do that interview next week, so we're gonna do that. So that's another nice update. We're gonna get something. I sent off all the questions. Yep, and the first guest is that guy from the Christmas party. From that on that Hornapalooza channel, if you watch that video, you do see Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae is going to be the first guest on the Hornapalooza podcast. For those that care, we're going to talk about haunt stuff and stuff that he's into, and it's going to be a crazy show because what you see there and what he does on Instagram and stuff like that, that's definitely not a child friendly podcast. Not any actually Hornapalooza is not. Hornapalooza, for the most part, is not family friendly, just so you know. But yeah, try online stuff like Kahoot. If that doesn't just make people write it up and then send you their scores. Yeah, I can figure some things out, but I want to talk to everybody that wants to be involved, that's not going to partake in quizzes, so to speak, because if you give me the questions and know the answers, then why are you going to play? That's kind of wrong, But at least if we have people that don't want to play but want to contribute, and I know that's tough, or if you guys just want to contribute topics, we could do that. I could try to dive deep and talk to some people that are really experts about some history that a lot of people don't know. It's funny. It's like, I'll give you the example. When we did Nor'easter, and I didn't record the game show, and I probably should have, there was some questions of stuff that even I didn't know. You know what I mean? About Six Flags in New England. I mean, I got the most questions right and still lost. I had a ton. I had the most questions right. Everybody was sitting down. I lost on a whim. That's what it is. But, yeah, Alec. Oh, yeah, I didn't answer that. Nobody knows that answer for sure yet. Nobody knows if face masks are going to be done. They might do temperature checks, and I'm going to tell you this. Temperature checks are going to be kind of pointless, to be truthfully honest. They shouldn't do that because even with us going through what we went through with the virus, nobody had the fever. Even the serious case. The serious case got the fever at the end, not the beginning. Went almost 2 weeks without a fever. Think about that for a second. The fever thing, the temperature check is bull. I think they shouldn't do the check-in thing. Here's some ways. I mean, I made a video about it, and I'm probably going to expand on that video right now even more. It's probably going to be more information now than the video. And I put out a lot of information. That's coming out, I think, Monday, I think. I recorded a couple videos today. I'm proud of myself because I've been so, uncreative. But the video's like, oh, what a theme park's going to look like after they reopen. But I don't even think I mentioned face masks, actually, in it. I'm so anti-face mask just because I'm fat, I smoke, I have a hard time breathing. That's my problem, not yours. Even though I did wear a mask yesterday in 2 stores. Well, the medical dispensary and the convenience store. I did wear a thing. Not a mask. It's you put it on and it looks kind of like you're a bandit, kind of. It's not a bandana, but it's just this weird thing that chokes you out, makes you want to like die, kind of thing. But I mean, I could see face masks, but I think a lot of them are gonna fly off. Number one. Number two, I don't think temperatures are even worth doing. Like I said, everybody knows that the temperature thing is bogus. One, due capacity social distancing would be probably the way to go. Virtual queues where you can. I even mentioned somewhat of giving everybody a flash pass device. And that's what you use. There's no gold. I mean, there's no platinum. There's no gold. Nobody pays for it. You just... what do you call it? Everybody just, like not every person, your group. So if you got 5, whatever it does, you know what I'm saying? Didn't know I was into what kind of thing. What thing? The medical dispensary thing? John, I know you, I think you live in Providence, right? You're familiar with the post office, the big post office in Providence? And then right across the street is one of the dispensary places. I don't know if that's even what you're talking about. But yeah. No, I'm legal. I can. I got my card and everything. I was there yesterday, but I had to go in to sign papers, like so that they're in the system. But yeah, that's what I did. Hey, Danielle, I miss you too, Danielle. No offense, Danielle. I'm sick and tired of seeing you through FaceTime. I'd rather see you in person. And it's a blessing in disguise that I know we're all waiting for Jersey Devil to open, but by the time the parks open, the coaster should be right around the corner, and you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Oops. Okay, yeah, that's where I was yesterday. That's my dispensary of choice now. I heard that's the best one in the state. But yeah, so again, there's just so much going on when you keep reading. One thing that I laugh at all the time, and I'm guilty of it too. It's kind of like just trying to reach out for content, is trying to predict when parks are going to open. You guys don't know. I don't know. The parks don't even know. Not until the government, the different, a different, what do you call it? A different, the governor or whoever says, hey, you can go do this or you can go do that. Until that happens, ain't nobody doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? As much as we're all going crazy, right? We're all going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I think now, and I think because I think I've hit that part of, I haven't been on a Raptor either, Alex. I don't think it's going to be, it might be a top 20 for you. I don't know if it's going to be a top 20 overall. We'll see. I haven't ridden a Raptor, so I don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know nothing. I haven't been on one. I've talked to Jay Kite and I've talked to Marcus Bean, and they've said that those rides they're intense. They give a great ride. Everybody has fun on them. So I don't see them being in that top tier just because it's kind of a newer concept. We don't know how popular they're going to get because there's only 2 in the country right now, and who knows. But like I was saying, I'm going crazy. I know you guys are all going crazy. Yeah, we're not in the same boat, but we're definitely in the same storm. And Grobble's saying, see, the point says they need 4 to 6 weeks lead time and all. Yeah, they're going to need. That's like anybody else. The problem that happened was, right as this thing was starting to break out and become a problem, they were in the middle of their hiring
the job fairs and hiring and all that, and they had to get their training done, and that got, you know what I mean? So if the state says to Cedar Point, if Cedar Point says, the government says Cedar Point, hey, you can go get your, you can hire and get your employees ready. Well, now they're going to need a month or so to get everything together. So if they go May, okay, you can go do your thing. Come talk to us when you're ready to rock. If we're going to hit that part where we can open, then they will. Like I said, I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but I'm on the thing saying I'm preparing myself for no theme parks this year. Now, no park is opening in mid-May. I can't see any open. I just can't. I even, depending upon the park and all that, I hear anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks to be ready to go. It depends on the park. You know what I'm saying? I think when the theme parks are in the highest stage because it's a large gathering. Yeah, Six Flags is really horrible at letting people know. I don't know if they're waiting until the mid-May date comes up to do it. I think they should just do it now so not have to worry till then. I know they're trying to kick the can down the road. They're trying to wait to see what the governments do. I say right now, I'm prepared. The company's saying, look, we're moving it from mid-May to June 1st. If we have to move the date, we'll move the date. But I'm that's true. Yeah, Kings Island was 2 weeks before opening, then things closed, so they can ramp up faster than Cedar Point. Yeah, there's no way mid-May. No way. The only parks I see that Six Flags could open quick would be like Magic Mountain, Fiesta Texas, Over Texas, Georgia. That's really it. No other park I think is ready to go. Like if the government said, okay, we're ready to rock, you can open, go. Those are the only ones that are opening. That's a good question, Charles. Charles says, I wonder if they will open Supergirl with the park now. They could. It depends, and I don't have the answers that I need, and I need to find the answer I need. I'm almost, I almost want to, but I don't because of how ethics that I have for SFNEOnline and stuff like that. I almost want to just drive to the spot across the river and fly my drone. Like, you have no idea how bad I want to, but I won't because, one, I said it out open in public, and people are going to know that if I did it and I put the footage online, I just don't want the park to get mad. You know what I mean? That's awesome, Jay. Get a new tablet. I just charged up I had an iPad mini from like when they first came out. I haven't turned that thing on in so long, and I just charged it up. I didn't even see if it worked. I just charged it for a while, pulled the plug on it. I'm such a doofus. But that's awesome with the keyboard case. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think Mexico's doing much for the virus. I think they're just kind of like, whatever. Mexico is like not even run by a government. It's really run by the drug cartels. But yeah, like I said, I think this whole thing is going to stem from, all the craziness with it. I personally just do not see a park opening mid-May. As much as we want to, and I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, I agree with you, Theme Park New England. I say around July, August. Realistically, should be. I still didn't watch it. Dude, I ate last night at like 7:30. I ate a brownie, and I was in La La Land for like 5 hours from it. It was a really potent brownie. And that's why I was off my rocker last night. I just sat and like kind of sunk in my couch. What the hell were we watching last night? We were watching movies till like 3 o'clock in the morning last night. Some miracle thing with Ben Affleck's wife there. And then we watched something else. Oh, we watched Scary Movie. The funny one that Wayans Brothers won, the first one. Yeah, I gotta watch the drone footage. The problem is, when the park opened, the park may be trying to find out who they are. I mean, realistically, now, like I said about the drone thing, realistically, if you're gonna do it, now's the time. There's nobody in the parks. You know what I mean? And I would love to fly over, but like I said, I don't want to get in trouble with the park. I'm a rebel, but not that much of a rebel. Yeah, Grobble says Chains are setting things up financially for closure till 2021. Yeah, I mean they're doing the worst case scenario, maybe a more than likely scenario, and I mean parks could open. They clearly could. And if they do, they're gonna have a really short season. They are going to. Oh, I seen that, John, today. I almost put a brick through my TV. I was just like, just put a brick through. Let's not watch TV anymore. Oh yeah, especially now, maintenance. Yeah, you can kiss Goliath goodbye soon. Probably in New England. Probably flashback. Probably Crime Wave. Yep, I saw SeaWorld. They finally did that. SeaWorld finally priced a secured note for $227.5 million. Yeah, I saw that the other day. I don't know if we talked about it or not this week, but I did see an article that SeaWorld, and I kind of wanna make a video about it, just to kind of put it out there, because there's so much negativity against Six Flags and SeaWorld. I know they have issues with debt and Blackfish and all this other crazy stuff going on, and they can't keep a CEO at SeaWorld because the board's just a bunch of jackasses. And I understand that, but the articles that I was reading about SeaWorld is they're good to the end of 2021, based off of what they set up with their 227.5, whatever. They're good. Six Flags is good for a while. Yeah, I saw today the post about Shanghai, all the social distancing stuff they're putting in the queues and all this other cautioned off stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, in China, a lot of the parks are reopening. I know that Shanghai is getting ready to open. They're doing training for the employees on how to deal with the virus and all this other stuff. Like, realistically, when you're looking at this, when you're looking at the industry as a whole, who is the industry leader? Who does everybody look to? Disney. When it comes to theme parks, Disney has got this. It's fascinating to watch. Even if Disney was the only theme park in the world, and you look at just the stuff they do, never mind the services they provide, just how they operate is pretty crazy. You know, it's pretty crazy on how Disney does it. And I know the entire industry is watching what Disney does. Some people just open and doing their thing, but then when you look at it, they always revert back to what Disney does. Let's see. Did you see the news out of Florida from their board to reopen the state? It does not look good for the magic to live in the parks. What do you mean by that? I haven't I haven't seen anything popped up yet. That doesn't mean that nothing's happened. Let me, let's see, Florida reopening board news. There we go. Points 22. So let's see, meet the people. Let's see if they say anything. Who's the people? I'm just looking real quick. So Publix, Lockheed Martin, Disney, and Universal will serve. Florida cabinet members, CFO Jimmy Petronas, Attorney General Ashley Moody was selected to be on the task force. Department of Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried. Politics over the state from the governor. I was not asked to serve alongside my fellow governor. Okay. Oh, there are a few Democrats in this, mostly Republicans. They had to stick their political. I'm looking at the businesses. So, President CEO Tampa General Hospital, Josh DeMiro, President of Walt Disney World Resort, the CEO of Public Super, John Sproul, CEO Universal Orlando Resort, Executive Vice President, Universal Parks and Resorts, the Vice President from Lockheed Martin, President of ATTN Florida and Caribbean, Florida's Bankers Association, Florida Power Light, some guy from Financial, Board of Governors for State Universities. So they're trying to go all around between hospitals, food, theme parks, financial. They're trying to hit as much as they can. What is oh, there's other people too. Those are just some. Below, members of the Reopen Task Force Industry Working Group. They got people from all different kinds of, touristy stuff. Oh, plus Disney, PGA Tour, airports, airlines, cruises. They just, they're like hitting it from everywhere. I didn't see anything yet. What is that from the top? Oh. And let's see. I don't. Hang on. Let me check something real quick. Because he said he DM'd me something. What's this? All right. So Lindsay just sent me this. It's from Attractions Magazine. It's an outlook, an outline potential plans for reopening theme parks. Trying to see. So the park president there, that Sproul's guy. These are some of the things they're possible plans. Daily temperature screenings for every employee who come in contact with guests. Face masks for team members and possibly guests, which were previously prohibited. Enhanced sanitation protocols and nightly stem to stern disinfections. Reduced contact points and increased sanitation of rides during the day. Enhanced use of mobile food ordering and mobile pay for contact-free purchase. Expand use of virtual queue lines similar to Volcano Bay. Social distancing in queues by only using every other line. Marking separation lines on the ground and keeping guests outdoors. Staggering seating on rides and in theaters. Overall caps on attendance slowly increasing over time. Let me see. I'm just trying to find something that Chris is talking about, and I don't see. Where did you see that, Chris? I don't know where you saw that. Oh, did you, Chris Carter? Did you see do you know what the article is? Oh, what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, earliest I would say in like end of July, or August kind of timeline. They got to. And here's the thing, and I want everybody to realize this, and I keep saying this because people keep knocking me down, even in my personal posts. Like I posted a video of the governor here. I've been using the Snapchat filter, just making fun because she's an idiot. And if that's the article that I'm talking about, that was from what was that, Amusement Magazine or whatever it is, about Orlando. That might be the one that you posted, Lindsay. Attractions Magazine. So in any case, so people knock me down for my belief on things, and at the end of the day, and I've said this, and I'm going to keep saying this just because I don't care anymore. You can't live in fear. I know this is serious. Here's the solution to all the problems, right? Because people are telling me how to live, now I'm throwing it back. I got the solution to solve the problems so everything can reopen and do what, I'm not saying open a gate. I'm not saying open Disney and just go back to normal. That's not going to happen. This is my opinion. Not anybody else's opinion, my opinion. Anybody who's elderly, underlying conditions, you're quarantined until there's a vaccine. Don't want to hear it. End of story. If you are afraid because you're afraid just to catch it, period, quarantine until you get a vaccine. So say that takes out half of the population to stay home. Okay, you guys stay home. We stay away from you. You stay away from us. And you can still put safety protocols in place and let everybody else that wants to live. Go do their thing. I'm done living in fear. I know it sounds like an asshole. I know you people be like, I'm tuning out now. That's it. I mean, that's just my spiel. There's the problem. That's how you fix it. There you go. And then you're done. No more baloney. You guys are afraid. And I'm not knocking you for being afraid. That Jessica's deeply afraid. She said she's not going to no parks or anything when they open. And I think she's going to hose me down when I go come back. And that's fine if she wants to squirt me. So that's just my, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Whether you like it or not. But that's the opinion. Well, there could be some things that you do. You got to look, I said this yesterday. I say this all the time. And I'm not trying to be rude or mean to anybody. It's just, at the end of the day, the end result, I'm going to keep preaching this until I get it in everybody's head. At the end of the day, the end result's the same. We all die. End of story. Whether it's coronavirus, a tiger attacks us and eats us, a plane crash, a car kills you, you smoke, you die of lung cancer, you die from a heart attack because you kept eating all greasy food. We need to stop playing God. Those that are meant to survive will survive. Those that are meant not to will. I'm not saying I want people to die. I'm not saying anything like that. But there has to come a time where you go, okay. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I mean, before that's why I'm saying you don't have to just open the gates. I'm not saying that at all and just free for all. That I want to make that clear that when I say that, I'm not saying open the gate. And you know what I mean? I'm not mad at nobody, nothing. I'm just saying you can't just open the gate and just let it be the way it was. I'm not saying that at all. You got to have safety precautions. But like I said, you gotta have a little give and take. And what you're saying is about the people that want to go out and live and do their thing, and then the people that don't, we got to take care of those people in some kind of way. That I don't have an answer for. The government, that's their job to figure that out. I'm just saying, here's the guideline. If I was a president or a governor or whatever, that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? It's most likely not a second wave. And I'm going to tell you why it's not going to be a second wave. I am not believing a damn thing this government or anybody on TV says anymore. Nothing. Because they were already wrong in all their projections already. So until I actually see fact that it's going to happen and it actually happens, all right, then it'll be some concern. I'm an idiot and I know it. It's up to me to either follow a guideline. I'm not going to be running around coughing and sneezing and farting on people. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I don't have the fear anymore. Well, I didn't really have the fear. I just was calling people idiots for running and hiding in a safe place with puppies. That's just me. I want to live my life. I don't need anybody out there telling me how to live my life. I will never tell you guys how to live your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, I agree. I'm not here to pitchfork and torch and kill the population. But at the end... Oh, no, I totally agree with that. That's why they can't open everything at once. You're going to have food shortages and also all the stuff because people are dumping stuff. There's meat packing plants that are getting contaminated. They're shutting them down until everybody's better or they can sterilize and get new people. Like, I get it. Things are going to be slow. Not everybody wants to jump back to work. And that's fine too. But what needs to happen is if you don't want to work, you get what? TDI, what is that, 10 weeks or something? You live on that, and after that, either you go on, what do you call it? Disability for the rest of your life because you can't go out, or you can figure a way to do it safely. I'm not saying throw everybody to the woods, but by the time if you get to that point, by the time that happens, you eventually have to realize you can't live in fear. You just can't. Yes, it's a scary disease. Yes, I can admit that for people. But at the end of the day, you can't just stay home for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? If you're stuck home, if you stay home for the rest of your life, I don't want my taxes paying for you because you're afraid to go outside. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like right now, we take care of everybody. Right now, we take care of every person that we got. But eventually, enough has to be enough. Like, I want to get back to my life, and I should be able to go back to my life. To an extent. I'm not saying open Universal Orlando to exactly the way it was before it happened. I'm not saying that at all. Do it, do you see, I'm willing to, compromise. You guys, people are afraid. Okay, we social distance. I'll wear my little boob handkerchief thing, whatever I got. And, I will follow the rules of the park. Or I don't go. If I don't believe in the rules, I want to go, so I want to go have fun. And I get that. And it's got to be, that's why I always tell everybody, when the parks do open, go support the parks. Go, you know what I mean? Like, don't give them crap because the throughput's slow and you're waiting a little bit extra longer. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the stuff going, you know what I mean? Like, don't be throwing parks under the bus. This is all new for everybody. Like, we're all in this trying to figure out what's going on. And that's why, for me, I'm like, the fear for me is gone. Like, I just want to go and just go have fun. I know I can't because the stuff's shut down. That's what you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. And I know I probably sound like an asshole to most of you people, and that's fine, too. I'm just saying that's just what I believe. Yeah, they're going to have to put... if they were smart, they would put a hand sanitizer thing at every queue line and exit. So when you get, like, right when you exit, squirt on your hand. Go in, squirt. Get out, squirt. Bathroom, squirt. Oh, that's a disgusting scene. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Like I said, we can, Chris, I think there is a safe way to do it, but we have to do it in a way that you can't keep, it's actually worse by keeping the economy down than it is opening it. I don't know, whatever tests and studies, you know how they have all the smart people like at Harvard and all that, and they have them run studies. Like, what happens if we just open it, and what happens with the virus, and find out what happens, and then find out if we keep it all closed, and then this is whatever they said, more people will die being out of work, run out of money, not having food, like across the across the the globe, not like just the United States, but people will die of hunger, more diseases, and all this other stuff if people don't have money and whatever. And then they're saying if it's open, they say it's worse if the park is. I mean, the park. It's worse if the economy's closed than it is open. Based on when they run the models on the computers and they type in all the data that they have currently and how the virus, whatever it is they're studying, they're saying it's worse if the economy is closed than it is open. They said more people will die with the economy closed. I'm not a scientist. You know what I'm saying? I'm just these things. You know what I'm saying? That I'm just saying what I read. It wasn't like from some like weird little tinfoil hat. This is like from like universities and people that everybody was like, woo, they're smart people, and like that's what I'm reading it from, not from someone like me. Because I'm telling you, I'm no genius. But yeah, and J Cut, yeah, I mean, I had an iPad back in the day, like when they first came, iPad 2 I had, and I thought like coolest thing on the planet. Then I was able to get an iPad Mini, some years later, and that was cool. But for me, it's just what I'm, I don't really use tablets. I'm either on my phone or on my computer. Once in a blue moon, I'm on my laptop. I try not to really go. Well, if I'm not doing this or doing some research, I'm not really on it. Unless I'm playing Planet Coaster or something. Usually I just chill, watch movies. Sometimes I'll play on my Xbox once in a blue moon. But yeah, that's really it. Yep, 2021 new attractions at all Six Flags parks. Hand sanitizer, the queue, and exit. And part of stuff like that is in that video that's coming out Monday that I'm making is the parks across all the board, whether it's a mom and pop family owned place, whether it's a what do you call it, a big corporate, like a Six Flags, a Cedar Fair, with Disney, a SeaWorld, a Universal, whatever. All across the board, every water park, every theme park is going to have to hire more people to make sure people are using sanitizer, to make sure that people are doing a thing. They're gonna have people in queues and bushes and hiding out like ninjas, going up. You didn't sanitize. Get out of here. It's gonna get crazy, and people are gonna complain. Like them hotlines about line jumping. They're gonna be watching people hand sanitizing and all that other stuff. It's just crazy. Yeah, matter of fact, I told Jessica, I said, we need to make some for Hornapalooza. Think about the Hornapalooza logo that we got with the skulls and the pumpkin heads, and that's on a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were thinking about making some of them. It would be cool. It's going to be a fashion statement, and you're going to be doing that. And I think parks and anybody needs to jump on that now, to be truthfully honest. But I think, see, like, and here's the thing. I know we've all talked about this. And I've seen YouTube videos, I've read articles about it. If the parks do, in fact, open this year and next year, are going to be, say, a year and a half of building trust with the people to come back to the parks over profit. They're in a business, they're going to want to make money, but they're going to have to build that trust back to get them back in there. Because right now, people are freaked out because just in general, like, the media has scared the shit out of each and every one of you. Think about it. Think of all the stuff that they've done to you. They've scared the crap out of each and every single person in here. You can tell. Yeah, I'm working on getting a new set list going. I didn't care for the one that I did. I mean, we know that it's tested and worked. I just gotta... That's what this hard drive is. This hard drive has every song, everything that's ever been recorded on. I mean, I've lost stuff over the years, but this is just how, It's all there. I just gotta plug it in and oh yeah, I think I gotta find the cord. I know the cord's in there. I gotta find the cord, plug it in. You know, the USB cord for it is different. I hate Roller Coaster Tycoon Touch. I went back and I played Roller Coaster Tycoon World, and that game is awful. I don't know how I liked it when it first came out. It is awful. Oh, my dad texts me. Hang on, I'm just texting my dad back. Sorry, guys. I just keep checking up on my parents and stuff, you know. And they check up on me, so I don't want to leave them hanging thinking... Because my father, if I don't answer him after, he'll fly. He lives 30 minutes away. He'll drive here, banging on the door, making sure nobody died or something. Let's see, where the hell we're... Oh. So, yeah. I agree with you, Chris. Theme parks, sports stadiums will be the last things to reopen. They're saying no concerts till next year, like next fall or something. Now, I agree that all this stuff is a luxury. It's not a necessity. But for a lot of people, think about the bigger YouTube channels. Not this one. This channel makes $0. We haven't... Well, before they changed the YouTube ad thing, I probably made a couple $100. Like over a few years. So I'm not saying we make... But I'm saying the bigger YouTubers that just can't create content because they didn't kind of roll with the times. That's why I just create different content. I don't want to be stuck to one little thing, because when that one little thing goes, you're stuck. Because what if someday we get enough to actually make any money? Just nice to maybe to pay for a pencil or something. I don't know. It'd be nice to pay for the pencil from that than that, but now's not the time. But there are people that are affected, and it's their livelihood. Whether you're a Instagram influencer, YouTuber, whatever the hell you do. A lot of people that were in the hospitality industry got screwed big time from this. Which is good. It's going to kill off a lot. It's definitely going to weed out and kill off a lot of them. A lot of the really tiny, even smaller than me. It may kill out some big ones. So, like, I can't make any money. You know what I mean? Like, there's some big YouTubers that depended on that as a career, and then they're going to go, their ad revenue is in the toilet. Because there's no ads, really, because all the big spenders ain't spending nothing. Like the Disneys and the Universals, and they're not spending money. A lot of companies aren't. There are companies that are. I mean, you can tell times are tough. I was watching TV the other night, and how many of you guys remember seeing when you're watching, you know, late at night, the sex numbers to call? Those are coming back up. The psychics are coming back. They're all coming back. It's kind of funny. I'm like, what is this? I haven't seen these things in years, and all of a sudden they're coming in. Yes, the greater economy has to open so that all the people can reinvest for luxury travel. That I agree with. But there's people, even myself, I'm in decent financial shit. I'm not rich by any means, but I'm in a position with money, you know, like for me, yeah, Florida vacations are not cheap. I can attest to that. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, if tomorrow I go back to work and everything goes back to normal, I can just go back and do vacations. I'm not saying that as to rub it in anybody's face. I know other people don't got it like that. I was just smart. I sold a whole bunch of pinball machines off. I saved money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saved money over the years. Like, I was able to somehow save and scrimp and save over the years. And I compiled a pile of cash, mostly from the pinball machines. But I got a pile of cash that I could sit on. Like, if things went south and my business died, I could go on for a year to pay the mortgage and the car payments and stuff like that. I wouldn't be able to do any luxury travel. None whatsoever. But I'm okay. Right now, I'm okay. I haven't had to, knock on wood, I haven't had to touch any of my emergency money. Going forward, we'll see what happens. That's why I would like to just to get back into doing things the way I was doing things. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see. Hey, if all else fails, I'll sell my house and go move to Florida and start over. So who the hell knows? But yeah, no, I agree with you. You got to get the economy open. Yeah, people are not there. I feel like this is the beginning of the positivity. We just got to get people not as scared anymore. But I'm starting to feel as if things are slowly starting, the wheels are slowly turning as more. I'm not in the stock market or nothing like. I got 401ks and IRAs and stuff that my father dumped money in when I was a kid, and it's just been growing. I'm sure I haven't looked at them. I don't even want to look at them. I'm kind of like, no, I don't want to look because it's bad, probably. My father didn't invest a lot. It just built up over time, and once in a while, I'd throw something in it. $500-600 or something to try to make it. Then when I had IRAs and move things over from other jobs and stuff, I can't retire on them. We'll say that, but not at the moment. Maybe down the road I can. I'm sure it's all a mess. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to cry at what it is. I just want to just wait till this gets over and let it go. So, but like I said, if we could find it a way to reopen, then we're okay. But again, you gotta. Yeah. Chris says, I agree with the wheel is about, I say 4 months from theme park fear of the wheel. Yeah, it's, for me, yeah, if you were buying into it, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, yeah, the Masked Singer was on. I forgot about that. I only cared about it because Gronk was in it. Now I don't care. He got unmasked. So since he's been unmasked, I haven't watched it. I don't care. Gronk's out. That sucks at the pool, the condo. See, that's why we're probably... Because I know construction can still go on in the state, for houses and stuff. And I know the pool company is still doing in-ground pools and stuff. So anyway, with that being said, that's why in a few weeks when they stop breaking ground on the addition, the pool goes in. At least my pool will be open. So I have my own little... We're going to put a water slide in it. No diving board. We're going to put a water slide in it. You know what? I can't hate on Gronk. Sorry, I can't hate on him. I'm not jumping teams. I'm a Patriots fan through and through till the end, till I die. He's not a traitor. I know. We all know why he wanted out. He wanted... Oh, the homeowners association that closed. Yeah, they were afraid. That's why they closed the pool. I don't feel Gronk is a traitor. He wanted a deal. He didn't want to be in the... Remember, what was it, 2-3 years ago when everything was starting to break down with all the trainers and all that stuff? Everybody was fighting and infighting and things were leaking out. I think Gronk and Brady had enough of the bull. And we're like, you know what? I'm going to go make me some money. And that's it. He's not a traitor. He wanted to be with Brady. I can't hate on that. Look, Patriots' reign ended. It's over for now until they can rebuild or whatever. But that doesn't mean I'm not a fan. I don't even watch a football game anymore, so it doesn't matter. Not because we can't. I stopped watching them. Too much crazy. I just don't care. Yeah, and Brady may never win a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. They may not win. They might, it might look good on paper, and then they just blow it. But with them two going at it, if they can have them two plus whatever arsenal he has and whatever their defense, offense, whatever they can do, they could probably win a Super Bowl, and that would be awesome for Brady and Gronk to win Super Bowl with another team. I'm not going to hate. I remember as a kid, watching the Super Bowl. I think I was, what was it, 1986 when that Super Bowl when they went against the Bears. So I would have been 8. or 7 or 8 or whatever the hell was going on. Regardless, I watched that as a kid. Yeah, nobody really cares. You know why nobody cares about the Super Bowl anymore? Because the Patriots were always in it. That's why nobody cares about it anymore. Now that they're not, they definitely ain't going anywhere near it this year. They ain't got nothing. But like I said, I've been a fan my whole life, regardless of how good or bad they were. I always rooted for them, whether I watched it or not. But I also had other like players. Like I used to love watching football when I was a kid. I used to love it. I used to love Randall Cunningham and the Philadelphia Eagles. I used to root for them and the Patriots. So this year I'll root for the Patriots and the Buccaneers. I'm allowed to do that. I like Brady. I like Gronk. It's okay. As long as you still keep, especially if the Pats were always your team, or whatever your team is, from wherever you are, you always root for the home team no matter what. It's okay to have another team to like, because especially if your team's shit, it's okay. I got no hate. But like I said, I think when it comes down to all this virus thing, it's up to you to decide how you want to live your life. I'm not going to tell you how to live, and you don't tell me how to live. So, if you want to kind of take a step back and not go to anything, then if you want to stay home, that's up to you. If you want to go and they open it and go, that's good. Nobody should be... you know what? I mean, I got a video about that coming out tomorrow, but let me tell you some things that this is what I think of the safety. I mean, I could care less if they did nothing, to be truthful. I don't care if they do something or they don't. But for the safety of the people and for safety's sake, wear the mask, I guess. Have all them stations to wash your hands, sanitizer or whatever. Just space people out. That's all, And most of all, if you're sick, stay home. Don't spread it. It's because people are gross and sneezing on each other and farting on each other. That's why you're in this predicament in the first place. I said it a million times, and I'll say a million more. I was 8 when the Phillies won the series. I think the one after the Eagles won the Super Bowl was the last one I watched. I think the Flyers lost in the Stanley Cup final a few years back. I don't know. Yeah. This virus proved that the entire world is one giant scumbag. It shows that you didn't care what happened, and now you're all panicking and you want the world to save you because you're a bunch of scumbags. The world, think about this. Yeah, I don't care about sports either that much anymore. I kind of grew out of the sports thing. But if people would have just stopped... Oh, yeah, millions are going to tune in because they want some kind of anything of sports. They're going to want something. But I was saying, if you're sick, just stay home. Don't go out. You got a runny nose or something. That's going to be the new norm. If you're starting to, look sick or something, stay home. Yeah, we got out of the sports thing. Somebody brought up about Gronk being a traitor, and then I was like, So, yeah, we're talking about the question that came up from Jason Paradise is, what measures would everyone like to see implemented in the parks when it comes to safety due to COVID-19? So put that down, as you hear that now, lay your opinion down in them comments down there. And I was just saying what I did was, the hand sanitizer, the mask, the washing stations, washing down the rides more frequently than they ever have. Let's do the social distance. If you're sick, stay home. Don't go. Just don't go. And I think what you're gonna start seeing now, and this is one thing that I hope to do because of this situation between parks and businesses and jobs and stuff like that people now get more sick time, POT, personal time off, PTO, sick time, whatever, in general, time off. because people are going to need that. People are going to need more time because now people are going to implement, you're sick, you stay home. Don't you dare come in here. That's going to be one of the things. So I'm hoping that they do something like that. They could do it. They can afford to do it. They could do it. It is what it is. And that's what I think all safety around with everything that everybody's been saying. Look, you're never going to find out unless you have, say universal capacity. I don't know what universal average guests per day is. I don't know what that is. Yeah, rides are going to have to be half full. Everything's going to be crazy. We'll use, like a Universal or a Magic Kingdom. I don't know what daily average attendance is. I don't know that. Say on an average day is 40,000 at Disney or Universal. I don't know, but I'm just throwing that out there. You're gonna probably have to cut that in half to 20,000 to start off and really just spread it out. You're gonna have to do a lot of stuff that's probably gonna piss a lot of people off. Yeah, they're going to have to get rid of low-capacity rides. They may not even operate a lot of the low-capacity ones this year. One, to save money and time and aggravation. People are going to be... The funny thing is, people claim to be understanding about what's going on, and I guarantee you, over half of the people, when they come back, the ride lines were horrible, and the workers suck, and you're going to hear that all day. You're going to see it on social media. So take that with a grain of salt. It's just not going to be something. That's why I keep telling everybody, and I'm going to put this in everybody's heads. When the park's open, give them a little bit of a break. Everybody's just trying to figure this out for the first time. I know people are going to go buck wild and crazy the second that all this goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and they're going to talk trash. I don't know if they're going to be upcharged. I mean, this is such an unknown territory. Nobody knows what's going on, and these effects are not going to last forever. I can tell you that right now. They won't. And the reason why is the human reaction to life and everything else. Our attention span is so short that once the news shuts up about it, and as time goes on, people will get less and less scared. Go back. We're resilient as human beings. We're going to go back. We might not go 100% back to the way it was, but I'm still going to do handshakes and hugs and whatever. I'm not going to take that out of my life. If you don't want to hug me or shake my hand, get away from me anyway. You're not the kind of person I want to hang out with. To be truthfully honest. I told Jessica, I said, anybody who won't shake my hand or give me a hug, I ain't ever talking to you again. I mean, right now, for the short term, it ain't going to happen. I'm talking about when this is all done. That's what I'm talking about. I will cut you out of my life like you cut a chicken's head off. I'm old school. I remain, you know what I mean? My mentality, so I looked it up. Magic Kingdom average is 56,000, so 25 is 50. So what, 28,000 it would have to drop down to. I mean, and you would spread out quite a bit. You're going to get, what you'll see is places like Disney and Universal, because they have such a great system. They have the money to, update all their technology in the park. That's why they have the apps with the queue, virtual queues and whatever they got, They just need to work on doing that. I'm sure Universal's probably working on some kind of, But I think this is, I'm telling you, if you think I'm crazy, that's fine. Look what happened after 9/11. People are like, I'm not flying no more. I'm afraid to go anywhere because of that. I think I'm going to die. And then it went, you lost some freedoms, and you had to go through the conveyor belts there, you know, X-rays, and have them look at your dick and all that other stuff. But people went back. People did it. It's a pain in the ass, and they did it. Same thing's going to happen all across the board with all this. People are going to forget. Well, some will forget, some won't forget. You'll have people going, hey, remember back in 2020, we had a pandemic. We might get another one because people are scumbags again. You know, it's just people's mentality, people's resilience. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. If you got the resilience, you got what it, you know, you got this and that, you'll be fine. It's just gonna hey, check-in. Again, it's based on each individual person about how you feel about these theme parks and what's going on. Because right now, you know what? If they would be dumb if they got rid of mobile ordering. They were saying it was supposed to come last year at Six Flags. I don't think mobile ordering is done. They're going to have to put it back in the budget. They're going to have to. You can't... People are going to want that. You advertise it's supposed to come. The people, parks, I don't think that's going anywhere. That's been... I'm sure that money's been already spent. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Well, thankfully, SeaWorld stock is rising. I just want to see everybody's stock rise. I want to see everybody regain. I mean, did you guys see the barrels of oil? It's negative $37. I wish I could get some barrels of oil. They got to pay you to take the oil. Wish I was a refinery. I would take it and just make fuel. But yeah, so again, now let me ask you guys this, because I think I'm the only one that said anything really about, you know, when I was talking about safety at the parks. You know, what do you want implemented? Jason, what do you... I didn't hear what you think. I could launch. I mean, who knows? We'll find out. That's why once we get closer to Six Flags opening, that's when the interview with Jen McGrath is going to happen. So we'll find that out. And then I'll also be able to talk to The Great Escape. Because once they know... Yeah, it rolled out at some parks, not all. I think it was supposed to roll out this year. It was supposed to roll out this year, I believe. Company-wide. I think it was supposed to. So I don't know. But see, here's the problem. Because nobody's got content, everybody's making shit up as they go along. They're making things. People are making things up. They're just going, I need to make content to stay relevant. I mean, I just do this for you guys. I could care less. If you guys go back to Wednesdays, I'll go back to Wednesdays. I'm just doing it to keep myself sane and everything out. But everybody, that's why I haven't really been making videos, because there's nothing really to talk about. Stuff's closed. And I could talk about all the new stuff in doing the Grove Show. So that's why I haven't really been making videos. Because most of it is just clickbait and giving you false hope. So that's why I'm like, I mean, I could do the same thing. If you guys want, I'll make some clickbaity as hell. I'll just make up things. That's what we should do. I'm going to make up some videos that are true, and I'm also going to make up some that are fake. I'm going to try my best to make the ones that fake seem like true, and the ones that are true seem like they're fake. I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to mess with people just to see what they think. I want to see how, and I'm not going to tell any of you which ones are real and which ones are fake. You guys got to do the detective work to figure that out. I want to see. Plus, it's going to be a test for something. I want to see. I'm going to write this down. Make real and fake videos. Got to write something that you guys cannot see. But it's something. Yeah, like I said, they would be, all parks should have some type. I mean, someone like Knoebels probably doesn't have that technology in the park. But the parks that got somewhat money, I don't think it's going to totally affect the standing with the parks. Because if they say anything, I'll tell them what I'm doing. Because if I put out some misinformation, I've gotten emails about stuff. And I'll go, well, hey, came from your employees. I just report on what I'm told. And they said it came from the park. It came from employees that I knew. So then they go, oh, okay. Well, we need to. Or if I said something that they don't want me to say, they'll be like, hey. And I'll be like, hey, it's too late now. The whole world knows about it. But if I'm going to make out like this blatant crazy rumor, I will contact the park, tell them what I'm doing, and just, I mean, it's not going to be something that's so far-fetched that everybody go, that's baloney right off the bat. It would be something within the realm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really buying into the Magic Mountain edition yet. That could, you know, I think that right now, if it could be put on hold, it might not. I don't know. I'm just very leery about, 2021 at the moment, just because of the fact that all the stuff that people. I mean, think about it. We heard about a super power splash. We heard about a 4D free spin. We heard about a Jersey Devil clone. We heard there was something else that was coming in there. I forgot what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen. I don't know what to believe at the moment. Everybody's just throwing it out. The only thing that seemed to be somewhat legit was the Jersey Devil clone, because the California Costa Kings went and got a hold of the plans that were submitted, which I don't condone that kind of activity, but it's a free country. Do what you got to do. It's kind of like with Donnie. Everything got removed off the thing. Is it going to happen? Is it not? Nobody knows. Maybe not. And what type of videos? It could be rider news videos. Just something to spin the wheels of the brains. Well, no, I was making, what I was doing was I was saying, I haven't really been making videos because there's nothing really going on. And when am I going to make it up? I'd have to make up most of the stuff. And all the news did a little bit of news. We talk about it here, and we talk about whatever, football, sports, video game, whatever the hell we're talking about during this to kind of keep us from going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then Jason Parody says, well, I'm looking forward to what Bob Iger has up his sleeve when it comes to safety about this testing system before entering the parks. The only way that's going to work is if they can just get unlimited supply of tests. And I don't know if we're really at a point to do that yet. I mean, you realize what a process that's going to be? Even though you got to wait 15 minutes for results, you better have a crap ton of people taking the tests. You got to have all these tests available. Most people are not going to read, or they're going to play that they're stupid and ignorant and go, oh, I didn't know that. This is bullshit. Now I'm leaving and causing a stink. You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird thing. I mean, that might deter people from going when they find out that you need to go do that. A walk-through sterilized system would be cool to have. The entrance and some part of the walkways. You know what they should do? When you walk into the park, just spray you down with Lysol and send you on your way. Spray the inside of your bags, the outside, or no bags allowed in the park, period. If you got a stroller, just put your stuff in a little stroller compartment thing. No bags, any kind. Just keep it in your pocket. If you can't go in your pocket, don't take it in. For the short term. Thoughts on Six Flags selling parks? They could. They might not. I mean, I expect them to. But, like, the ones that they lease, they're not going to sell. So you got to find out which ones they don't lease. Which ones they do lease. I mean, you can find out easily. Everybody knows. Yeah, temperature checks are a waste of time. that was proven to us just by the people having a virus in the house. You know what I mean? That had the symptoms and everything. They didn't get the fever to the end. So. Yeah, I saw. I don't think that's happening. I really don't. I don't think they're selling Great Escape. It's a small park. It's whatever, but they do good with it. It does them what they needed to do. Their attendance keeps slowly rising. Oh yeah, there's gonna be people that'll be like, "Yep, I'm out. Peace out, bitch. I'm not gonna do temperature checks and all that stuff." Yeah, plans were out there for all that stuff, but the, you know, I honestly, going back to what Charles was saying, Charles said, interesting, my comment did show up. You mentioned it though, Josh, just noted the plans were out there. Yeah, Great Escape is too close to Lerone and New England, but it's, correct. And I know, like I said before, and it might be on this drive. I'll have to check after the show. What I'm looking for may be on this hard drive, or it's on the Apple hard drive that I gotta. Oh, I could check that out. I gotta find my Apple one. I have one for Apple computer hard drive. I had, I think it was 2010, I think, or 11 or 12 or something. I had a 5-year plan, an actual real Six Flags 5-year plan. And it showed all the rides for the next 5 years that all hit, just like in different years. They move things around. But it also said attendance numbers for the whole chain, like each year, like each park for that year, what their attendance was for the previous year. So at that year, it was Six Flags Magic Mountain. Then it was Six Flags Great Adventure. Then it was Six Flags Over Texas, Six Flags Great America, and then Six Flags New England at that time. But that's going back then. Those were, and it said the attendance numbers. And then the one after that was Over Georgia, then Fiesta, Texas, and then just, Six Flags St. Louis, Six Flags. Yeah, they're not gonna. I think I don't think parks period should be. I think lockers need to be shut down for the time being. Number one. If Larone's a lease, that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Unless they break the lease somehow. All right, so 2065 is when Laron will go away, probably. Or unless something happens and they got to get rid of it. What would be the big headlines right now? I wonder if the theme park business, if the virus never happened, Chris Cost says. You know what I think it would be going on right now? It'd be something to do with, it would be the elections right now. Would be the biggest thing. You'd be having debates and you'd be having all kinds of stuff going on. I don't, you know what? And I think I don't think Bernie Sanders would have dropped out right now if there was no virus. I think he'd be fighting for the long haul. I think the virus really screwed Bernie Sanders, regardless if you like the guy or not. I think his party and the virus really screwed him. I think that's what happened. The Cedar Fair stock is rising. So I think those would be the big headlines right now in the world. For theme parks, what would be the headlines? People would be talking about, well, if the virus didn't happen and you want to talk big headlines for theme parks right now, there'd be constant updates about the Jersey Devil. There'd be the constant updates about Magic Mountain and Dorney's ride. You'd be having the opening of rides. People would be at the parks You'd be hearing about Ratatouille and Mickey's Minnie's Railroad. You'd be hearing a lot about all the cool new rides coming out. So that's what it would be. Check it says, I would rather watch the cringe Six Flags 2020 announcement video than the coronavirus updates on TV. I actually am really thinking about taking a cable box and throwing it in a toilet. That way there's no news. Yep, you'd have Orion going on right now because people would have Coaster Star coming out. Well, that would be open. People would be talking about that. Iron Gwazi would be open. People would be talking about that. That's what would be the stuff that would be open. And I wish that stuff was going on right now. Like everybody else. Yeah, it did open up, but I mean, people would still be kind of talking about it. It opened and then boom, shut down like right after. So it didn't get its due diligence of everybody getting a ride, everybody having a great time. People are probably going to hug and kiss the rides when they come back. I'm thinking about hugging like a pull support of a ride if I can or something. I'm thinking about hugging something. Hug a trash can. Hug a cheeseburger from a park. I don't know. It's just crazy because all the stuff that was going on before this year was supposed to pop off and be a crazy year between Iron Gwazi, Pantheon, Texas Stingray. Coaster Stock is canceled for those that didn't know. People getting refunds. You're getting your refund. But think about it. This was supposed to be like this crazy year with coasters because West Coast races finally opened up this year. Hey, thanks Oxygen 795. Things were supposed to happen. Well, I don't know if Six Flags replaced their CEO yet. I'm sure they might at some point after this. No, I don't want to hug a tree. I'm not a tree hugger. I am not a tree hugger. Maybe, hey, you know what? You know what I think? Oh, that's a good question, Jason. That's good. I like that. Because that's part of something I had about Halloween Horror Nights. I saw some info pop up that I want to talk about with everybody. But, before I do that, will they cancel Six Flags meet and greets until that'll probably go to the wayside for right now. There probably will be no meet and greets with any character. A lot of stuff is going to change for the short term until it's safe. You know what I mean? Until it is safe, or the world, or the governments and people in their minds feel safe, that's what's going to happen. You're not going to have any of that. They're going to make you space out, and you know what I mean? You're going to be spread apart. They want to, and I get it. They want to make sure that you're not sick. So listen to me, guys. I know you want to go ride and there's events and you're going to lose money or whatever. People need to change their policies, like refund policies, because if they don't want you sick there, and if you get sick, you're going to have a refund policy. Oh, yeah, Jim Reed Anderson being replaced. You're going to have some kind of refund policy that, hey, I'm sick. I can't get there today. I need to go another day. Or I can't go to that concert. Sorry, or whatever it is. You're going to have to do something. Because people are going to go sick because they spent that money. If there's a way to get money back even up to the last second because you got sick that day, it'll be better. Or if you show up and they say that you're sick and they're going to throw you up, like, well, give me my money back, bitch. I paid for this ticket. I want to go. Yeah, that's going to be great. And before I get into that, Joshua Johnson says, how about the water parks? There are already water parks out there that are saying they're not opening this year. There's zoos and aquariums and saying we ain't opening this year. They're going to have to do something with the water parks. I don't know what that is because it's a little bit different. You know. They I don't know what's going to happen with the water parks, but you know what? I still don't care. I mean, I was never one that wanted people up my ass to begin with in a line. I'd kind of, do this move around so people would kind of back up or move away. Or maybe sometimes I'd fart so it was stinky and then they'd go away. I do that kind of thing. So anyway, so to get to Jason and Paradise's question, before that, the water park thing, I have no... you can try to do what you do with the dry park, but most parks don't have the technology to do virtual queue. The only one that I know of that has that is obviously Volcano Bay. It's a new kind of thing. I don't know. So to the safety about Halloween Horror Nights, well, I use that as the example because that's what showed up. So we do know that they are building the haunts. We know that. I've seen pictures of them building. But, all right, so I talked about this one. This one goes away. I talked about that one. That one goes away. I'm trying to make sure I don't... I talked about this. Hang on a second. All right, where are we? Halloween Horror Nights. Where are we? Okay. So, I put down here, we haven't got any haunted house announcements yet. Just, there's just the speculation like Beetlejuice and a lot more original. There's like one from some TV show on Netflix that's not Stranger Things, a house on something, whatever. But they're building haunts, so they're still doing that. I mean, even Epic Universe Park's being built out. I know Jurassic Park roller coaster they're working on. So that's not a problem. But the thing about the haunted houses, they feel that because of they have to change how they do it. A little blip that I got. Where the hell did I read this? I like to give them credit. I don't remember where I saw this. I feel bad. I like to give credit where I get my information from. But anyway, it says mazes often included ropes, strings, sheets, and other items that guests must walk through or touch while they navigate through the darkened scenes. Some houses have also included hallways with inflatable walls that sandwich guests between them, causing a claustrophobic sensation. So it also says it's all assumed that all these high contact style scares will not be used at this year's Halloween Horror Nights. They realize that they're going to have to, haunts across the board are going to have to do that. There's going to be social distancing. And this may be the best year to go to Halloween Horror Nights because they can't do the Congo line. They cannot. They cannot do the Congo line. Because if they do the Congo line, it's going to be... they're going to get into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for me, just by removing those items is going to be step number one. You're going to have to change your lighting. You're going to have to check your entrances into different scenes. You have to do a few different little things. You're not going to be able to have sheets to block anything. None of the plastics, like in a meat factory, like a freezer, the plastic blind things. You're not going to have any of that. You're not going to... And then, like, when... I don't know how many of you watched the Fairtown Extreme Fairs movie. Stuff like... Some of the stuff in there will not be able to get done. Anything putting on your face. Anything that touches your face. I mean, I can see them still, like, for the extreme haunt, the people that want that, I can see them still grabbing you by your shirt and throwing you around a little bit. Or sticking you in something, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. They're going to have to get creative is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to limit capacity. They're going to have to eat. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see ticket prices rise a little bit and capacity down to make up, to make up for that and see where it goes. Christmas events, as long as the parks are open, they're going to happen. They're going to need every little dollar, every little penny that comes in. They will not get pushed back or canceled. Like I was saying, like in New England, because we have Holiday in the Park, I think once they open, like if they open in July or August, they'll be open during a week for a little bit anyway. And then when they go back, once kids are back to school, they're only open on weekends. I think it'll just be weekends only until... New Year's Eve, and then they'll shut down, pray this thing don't come back again, and then you know. But I'm telling you, this is the near future, not the permanent future. If they kept this as a permanent future, all parks, including Disney and Universal and all that, one of two things would happen. All parks across the board. Either they got to raise the prices like insane, like passes would have to be like $1,000, $2,000 a person, or a day ticket's like $500 a person, which ain't going to happen. They're going to go out of business. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to afford that. Just the way it is. They can't do that. You can scare people without getting close to a guest. You can do that. There are ways to do it. That just shows how good you are as an actor. Really good actors can do it without thinking about it. Decent ones can do it with a little work trying to figure it out. And crappy ones couldn't scare you with a 10-foot pole. But it can be done. I've seen it done. It's just crazy. But this is just a short-term future. Could be a couple of years. Because who said that? Hang on, let me go back. So Lindsay said they might still they still might even immediately after the vaccine comes out. They are. That's why I think for 2020, 2021 are going to be the I'm scared and I gotta hide in my closet years is what I call it. That's what's going to be. And that's fine. That's good because I don't want to look at you because I'll be damned. I'll end up punching people at the park if I'm just standing there and I'm next to my kids and we're not separating. You know what I mean? Like if you don't stand around, not in a queue line. I really think that I would punch a person out if they try to dictate how I did that. I'm not talking about park personnel. I'm talking about a random guest going, "Ooh, what are you doing?" I'll punch him right in the face. I don't care. Just because people's attitudes are going to pop off and I'm just going to deck them. I don't care. I notice the more I read, the more I find that the human race will be stupid. And I'm going to want to punch them. And, you know. Virtual lines, that could be the standard. What I really think that like Six Flags and Cedar Fair can do is follow the lead of like Disney and everybody else and do virtual lines. I think companies like Universal and companies like Disney or anybody that has virtual queue line stuff should be helping everybody in the industry to get that done. Nobody wants to wait in lines anymore. It's people want to go do things. And you'd be smart to have a virtual line, period, even if we weren't going through this, because then you can get more people to spend money. People out of a line and walking around your park means spending more money. People will buy more food, snacks, games, t-shirts, souvenirs. You need to do it. Like, I get it. They're trying to, beef up their bottom line with flash passes and everything else that's out there. By all means, you can do that. But look at places like Disney. Disney does it for free. Universal gets a little pricey, but they have it. But if you go to Volcano Bay, that tapu is included with the price of the ticket. I mean, the ticket's $80 a day. But I think virtual lines should become the standard, regardless of the virus or not, because I don't like waiting in lines. I'd rather go have a smoke, go have a drink, go eat food, go do something other than sit in a line. I don't want to be around all them people. I can't stand people. You know how many people I gotta stand around and smell worse than a fart? I don't want to deal with that. And then Check-in says, question, when the parks start to reopen with safety guidelines, what's going to happen to shows? Will they let it happen with people separated by one seat, or will they be on hold until further notice? You could do a show. It's just cutting capacity. It's going to be what the movie theaters do. Look at the movie theaters when they reopen, because the movie theaters are going to reopen before the parks do. Because a lot of movie theaters that are going to be opening across the country, and people that I've watched videos on and podcasts and stuff like that about the movie industry, they're gonna, people are talking. You're gonna be separated. They might have like one whole row you can't use, or every other row, or they might mark off seats that you can't sit in, put like a garbage bag over it or something. They're gonna have to do something, and I think they're gonna do the same thing with the shows. They're gonna have no choice. People. I mean, they could temporarily shut down the shows or any indoor things, but that's bupkis. I don't think they should do that. I'm telling you, you can do it and still be inside. Why is it any worse off than being in your house with somebody that's sick than not? It's no different. It's just, look, everything is a mind game to make you feel safe, to make it whatever. When everything opens up, this thing's still going to be around somewhere. You're never going to be safe, so just whatever. Don't fall into the mind game. Don't fall into the trap. Yes, people are scared and frightened right now, but I'm at the point where I just want to start punching people. I don't know. Lately, I just want to punch people. I haven't punched anybody yet, but I just want to. It's like I want to like throw a brick through my TV when I got the updates on, and you're like listening to the people. Yeah, I think drive-ins are gonna come roaring. Well, I don't know if they're gonna come roaring back, but they're gonna, because like I said before, I've said it a few times since I heard the announcement. The one and only drive-in that we have in Rhode Island is working with the state to reopen. I think some more should be built and do that. So you're in your car, you can do whatever you want to do in your car, eat what you want to eat. Yep, check it. Yeah, boarding passes like Rise of the Resistance, the virtual lines. That's what they got to do. I think that the benefit, as crazy as this sounds, the benefit to this virus, it's going to help the industry progress to the next step. Because people aren't going to want to wait in lines, number one. People didn't want to wait in lines before this happened. People wanted to be on a ride or playing a game or watching a show or looking at souvenirs, eating, whatever. Hanging out with their friends, chit-chatting, but somewhere, But Six Flags, Cedar Fair, anybody who doesn't have, all the parks are going to have to invest in that, whether they want to or not. And you may get a year or two of no attractions because they're doing this. But see, like, look what Disney did with the Magic Bands. Oh yeah, they're working right now, probably trying to figure out what to do in all the parks. From Disney all the way down to the quasis, the little tiny places, ZDTs, all them. They were all trying to figure out what to do. So what's going to happen is they're all going to have to suck it up and get some kind of virtual queue system going in. That is one question that I asked Jen McGrath. I don't know if I added that question to the interview with Compounce. Let me see. I'll just make sure that I ask them that. So. Okay, yeah, I didn't add that in there, but I will add that because that truly is a great thing to have virtual queues. I know at one point, Lake Compounce was doing like a flash pass through your cell phone. It didn't only last a season. You paid $1 per flash pass, something like that, or you could. They were doing it on all the rides, and you would go up the exit, do the thing, and I guess it just wasn't popular or whatever the hell they did. I never did it just because I was like, I don't care. But I think they may do that. See, what is this? Oh, news that popped up. CDC director warns a second devastating COVID-19 wave. U.S. approves first at-home self-swab virus test. Virus and meat packet plants, worse than first thought. From sea turtles to sunsets, pandemic effects on nature. 2 pet cats test positive in New York. And this is how the outbreak could delay election results. A closed border doesn't stop this elderly couple. So I just seen all the stupid news falling into my email. But you get where I'm going with that. Theme park consolidation coming. Let me ask you, Gravel, when you say theme park consolidation, do you mean less rides or ripping out a bunch of rides to put in one bigger ride? Do you think that's what's going to happen? Yeah, I think what you're going to see is now they're going to go back. This is a great topic. I'm stealing this topic from you guys, and I'm writing it down for a future video. This is great. Great topic. Great topic. That's why I love talking about it with you guys. So, parks. We'll just say parks possible. I'm just trying to write down what it's about. Parks possibility of consolidation. Let's put get rid of rides, better capacity. See, if now I would not worry about. I mean, could you see parks get sold off and closed or whatever? Yes, you could see that. If theme park. Well, see, the problem with Six Flags America is just like Dorney. They get crapped on. They don't get really awesome stuff. You know what, Jay? You're probably right. Probably no virtual lines, mobile ordering. They're gonna, you know what? When they start redoing areas like Six Flags does, they're gonna have to be like, yeah, no more enclosing restaurants, no more sitting down and eating. Those days for this is short-term stuff. People have to have a place to sit and eat. They do. But this topic right here that I gotta make a video, I'm gonna work on that tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna work on that tomorrow. No. But yeah, so I mean, this is a great topic. The possibility of park consolidation. So basically redeveloping everything. The parks. They're going to have to like really look at what is in, what is out, what can you not, what is not. It's going to change the cost correction of things, which probably could be better in the long run, but you still going to have a place to sit, but the seats can be spread out. They're going to be, I wouldn't be surprised when you go to Six Flags for Captain Revy's. They got them taped off the tables, or they start ripping tables out and go, yep, no, we got to separate people. See you later, buddy. I mean, I don't see shows going away, but they're gonna have to rethink about the place. Here's the problem. Right now, for the short term, for the next few years, well, a couple of years anyway, until the vaccine comes, you gotta have to do the social distance BS. And I can't wait for it to be over because I don't like it. It's just not my thing. I know it sounds stupid, but it's not my thing. I do it because I don't want to, just in case I got it. Like, my dad goes out every day like a crazy person. He wears a mask. He does the social distancing. He won't come in my house. You know what I'm saying? Well, Frontier City, they won't get rid of. That's a lease. I don't know. Great Escape. I don't know if they own the majority of that. America, I don't know what their deal is. Get rid of St. I don't know what St. Louis. St. Louis might be owned by them. I'm not 100% sure who owns. I don't look into that. Do you think shows will continue? Well, I mean, maybe indoor theaters for like a Six Flags or something, maybe a thing of the past. And you can do shows outdoors and spread people out. People are going to spread themselves out anyway. Most people are not going to be up your ass because people are going to be like, yo, get off me. Wait till you go to a park and you see people getting close to people. They're going to be like, yo, get off me. There's going to be fights breaking out because people got too close. People are going to keep their distance. Trust me. People are not going to want to. People are going to want to go back to the old ways when they get in there. But people are going to fight and stuff. Yeah, well, I think, Gravel, I totally agree, but I think now is the time that they really... This is probably going to put people on a weird path. Like all these companies. I think companies in general, it changes the dynamic of the world. Well, you're going to have to update stuff in the parks, but you may have to rip down buildings and focus on stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know, but it's going to be crazy to see what happens. Yeah, they don't need to get rid. Everybody wants to get rid of the Great Escape so bad. Even I used to be, but then I came along the way that they don't need to, because Charles is 100% correct. They're not going to invest heavy in it. It's in a tourist town. They know the dynamic. They know the demographic. They know what they got to do. They're not losing money on Great Escape. They're not making a killing. You know what I mean? But they're not losing out. They know how much to spend and how long it takes to get a return on investment, and that's what they do. You know which parks I can actually see going over Texas? Probably Mexico, probably Lerone, probably go. I could see those going. They're not going to get rid of their lease parks. I mean, I could see them because I know Georgia and over Texas, the shareholders involved, and they could probably sell out to them and get rid of it or whatever. They need to trim the fat. They do. They clearly do. It's just which ones do you get rid of? St. Louis, you could probably, if you sell it to, Cedar Fair, they might close it and rip the rides out and spread them around or whatever. You just don't know what's going to happen. But somebody could buy some up. Somebody could do something with some of them. I don't know. You can always get out of something. Trust me. Every contract, there's a way out. Yeah, I know we said that 30 minutes ago, but there's a way out of any contract. There is a way to... Oh, no, don't retract your message, Jason. I was reading it. It was a great message. That's a good message. We need that message out there. That's a perfect message. Don't retract. Retype it. Put it back. You can legally get out. There's conditions to get out of a contract. It'll cost them, but they can get out of it. Trust me, you can get out of anything. That's like, all right, like the example with the Marvel thing with Universal and Disney with the parks and why they got to do things. They can get out of that deal, but it's going to cost them, and that's why they're not going to do it. Unless Disney can prove it's harming the brand, they can cough up money to, Spanos plan to increase OPEX, cancel. Yeah, nobody knows what the hell's going on. So, we'll see what happens, but if they were smart, as things get a little better, I would start redesigning, redoing stuff. Some 2020 editions are going to become 2021 editions. They all could if they don't open this year at all. I mean, all the parks are planning to not... The worst case scenario is they're not opening And basic case scenario was like June 1st if they can, or somewhere in between. Some parks are not going to open. They're just going to go, forget it. Forget it. We're not opening. We're not dealing. We're not doing. It's over. It's done with. Yeah. New Orleans was at least. That got destroyed because of the hurricane. And because they were in bankruptcy along with Kentucky Kingdom, they got out of that. You can get out of stuff. You know, well, they haven't offered specials on memberships to get money in because they're already being sued by somebody. Well, there's an idiot. They're suing about still collecting money. They're pretty stupid, that person. I don't even know why the lawyer took it. Everybody and their mother knows. But he's trying to be a smartass to get money. That I pray to God that lawsuit gets turned out. They're saying they're still collecting during the coronavirus. All you gotta do is click, turn off, pause it. You don't get any penalty. And then when it's back, when it opens, turn it on. You can't claim deferred revenue during a closure under accounting standards. I don't think Six Flags will buy Kentucky Kingdom again. So it depends. If Busch Gardens opens, Pantheon will be at 2020. It all depends on what parks open and when they open. That's what it. At the end of the day, that's all it is. If the parks open in 2020, those attractions will be there. Some attractions will not be 2020 attractions. Like Lerone, they're not getting their 2020 attraction because most likely they're not opening this year. Lerone might, because of the, Quebec government, they're like August 31st, maybe, to open the economy, period. Quebec shut down till August 31st. Oktoberfest is canceled. And that's in September and October there. That's already been canceled. Comic-Cons are being canceled. Concerts are being they're being postponed, canceled, whatever. Who's the banana? Who is it? Who's the banana? I want to know who the banana is. And I don't care if anybody else didn't watch. I want to know because I can hear it. They're watching it right now above me. But who is the banana? I want to know the banana from The Masked Singer. The banana. The banana. The banana. Winter starts August 31st in Canada. Why bother? Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna open. So, but there's other places, like if New England open in August, it can still run from August to New Year's Day. Get some income. Oh, I think New York Comic Con, it will be canceled this year. No doubt in my mind. I don't know. I still just want to know who the banana is. I mean, I could just go like this. Let's see what's... Haha, that's funny. All right, hang on. Let me see something. Oh, wait. They probably said... Nope. Oh. The banana is... Wait, who was... Brett Michaels? Oh. Well, I think who it is. I don't know who the hell it is. Yeah, I mean, with the season passes being extended, that's just showing you that they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to. They're trying. Yeah, E3 got canceled. I know. What's the other one that happens in Boston? PAX East went on. That didn't get canceled. Yeah, I was seeing somebody was posting whatever. Oh, that's cool. So who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hang on, I'm getting lost in my thing here. All right, let me get back on track here. Uh, yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff's canceled. Things are gonna get canceled. Don't be surprised. Don't be angry. I mean, we can be angry, but it's gonna do us nothing. It's not really going to do us any good for anything that's canceled, anything that's been going on. I don't know. I would probably safely say that it's going to be canceled at some point. I haven't heard about. They haven't told me anything. I mean, look. I don't think it's canceled yet or postponed or the next year. I mean, I kind of hope that it's not, but I get it if it does. I mean, right now it's still showing that it's a go. That don't mean nothing, though. I'm waiting to see. I'm checking to see if anything has been. Yeah, see, they got. I was just looking. Oh, Europe, IX. Yeah, the only update that they have because of the situation right now. It says IAPA Expo Europe 2020 update. It's in London. It's scheduled to take place September 22nd to the 24th. They were looking. They said they're going to confirm the status of IAPA Europe 2020 by Monday, June 15th. So probably after, they'll probably have an update about Florida soon. Just so people know. Nobody knows, but we'll find out. But again, that's based off of that information. So I don't know if it's going to be canceled or not. But if it does, trust me, I'll let you know. I'll be a little sad because I was supposed to go to Transworld, the haunt expo. It's like the IAPA of the haunt industry. That got pulled out from under me. I mean, if it's open, I'm going. If it's open, I'm going. If it's there, I'm going. I mean, the only good thing about all this is the thing that I like that the parks are doing is they're doing justice. They're doing the trust. They're doing good by their customers. If you got passes, they're extending it. They stopped taking payments. Wow, the huge global expo in Dubai just got canceled. Because nobody's going to go. Nobody wants to go. Nobody's going to really want to go to many places because there's no vaccine. People hanging on the vaccine like a hanging Chad, like that vaccine is going to save you. One, it's not really going to save you much. It'll help you, but it's not going to save you. I can't take it, so it doesn't matter. Just saying, I can't take it. When it comes, so it's not going to do any good to anybody to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's that. Is there anything else on my little news agenda I wanted to talk about today? But I gotta say, tonight was a really awesome night with you guys. Like chiming in, coming up with good ideas, good things. I stole an idea from all of you. Oh yeah, Kentucky Kingdom announced that, everybody knows that the Kentucky Kingdom's trying to open in early June. No opening date. They are expanding their hours, open till 9 p.m. and the water park will stay open till 8 p.m. But they said online, if you want a job, they're doing online hiring now, and so on. We talked about the other day, 49-year-old man broke into Disneyland's California Adventure in Avengers campus area, apprehended by police, and seemed the person wanted to steal items of value. See, people still civil disobedience, people robbing to get stuff. Epcot, a woman is suing Epcot due to a ride on the Frozen ride. The woman had brain surgery 6 weeks before, and her doctor okayed for her to travel and said, stick to rides like it's a small world. The Frozen attraction says the ride has small dips, and the woman in question said that during the small dips, she hit her head on the seat, saying it was more than a small dip, and the woman suffered foggy brain, slurred speech, and they went and had an MRI, blah, blah, blah. They said the lawsuit isn't about money, but to make people aware of the ride. So that's another bogus lawsuit. Somebody's just looking for cash. Yeah, we already talked about that, so I can get rid of that. And I talked about that. Actually, we talked about all these items. All right, cool. We talked about them all. I can get them off of my daily, weekly list. So that's awesome. What is the Midsummer Night Scream? Oh, is that, what is that? Midsummer Night Scream Expo. What is this? Halloween Horror Convention. Oh, it says right now on their website, Midsummer Scream is moving forward as planned to take place between July 31st and August 2nd. Long Beach Convention Center. I'm sure that they're gonna deal with some of the stuff. What is this? Ooh, Elvira, Bill Moseley, John Kaser, Deg Fark. Oh, he was a little kid in Rob Zombie Halloween. The original little boy from Pet Sematary. Oh, some cool people showing up. They got vendors. So it's basically just like a regular expo with famous people. It was going to be like TerraCon is what that is. See, Jason Barry says Emperor has a more intense layout compared to Yukon Strike. The only thing with Yukon is it's bigger but more drawn out. Plus has a mid-break run. Emperor does not. I'm sure it'll probably be a bit more reliable, but we won't know. Yep, I still got that on my wall. The old Cyclone Last Chance ride. I took down the Superman one for now, and then, I kind of changed things up. You guys can't see it, but I have the first sign from Six Flags New England. It says, "Welcome to A/SFNEOnline members." We had an SFNEOnline day for an event at the park. You can't see it because the camera won't turn that way. But yeah. I remember when we did that SFNEOnline day, the first one that we did, when we saw the sign, I was like, please, can I have the sign? Please. When it's open, they're like, yeah, no problem. And they gave it to me, and I ran to the car, came back in. It was awesome. I was like, please, can I have it? It says SFNEOnline on it. Please. And they did. I was like a crybaby. And they were cool about it. They gave it to me. They knew it meant something. Superman schedule for new trains. I don't know if that was on the docket. It's probably kind of put on hold for right now. Definitely not this year. But what I can tell you is, if it's gonna happen, it might happen in a couple of years. I think they're gonna have to just kind of deal with what they got, because they ain't gonna be spending a lot of money this year. If a ride goes down for a major maintenance thing, it's going down for a while. It might not reopen. They might not spend the money on it. Depends what's wrong. How long ago was that? That was I don't remember. 2013 or 14 or something like that. We did two. We did two SFNEOnline days. One was more successful than the other, but I would like to do it again. I'm not even going to bother this year. Or maybe it depends how the people feel, especially if it reopens. Oh, are you talking about Harley Quinn herself? She was for sale inside the Looney Tunes Emporium, where they have some DC stuff. Where they have this. When we left the park, at the end of the year, they had a Superman statue still there. Well, before that, they had her in there. They had a Batman that sold. That was gone. I saw that. I wanted that. I was emailing and hitting the managers up in the park while I was in the park. I'm like, I want to buy it right now. Got a good deal. I did not pay the asking price, because I was able to use my Diamond Elite membership discount. And then she comes in 1, 2, 3, technically 4 pieces, and we carried her out of the park in pieces, and people were laughing. It was funny, but yeah, I bought it at the park. Right now they got Superman, and I don't really want it. Now, if they had a Joker, I'd be like, I'm going to ask. I'm going to email people at the park. Hey, do you have the Joker any Joker statues laying around you're going to get ready to sell? I will gladly buy it from you. They usually have panels from Halloween Horror Nights, not Scary Farm, Dark Harbor people. Plus, they usually have a show with these scare actors that slide around. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's the one where they usually announce some cool stuff or something, maybe for the next year or that year or whatever. I remember seeing the panels. I just don't remember where the hell I seen them, but I remember seeing them in the past. I do. All right, well, anyway, that's, for me, it's the Z40s. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We're going to do the Planet Coaster version of the show for tomorrow, so if you don't want to watch that, that's what that is. And then Friday at 1 o'clock, we'll do the normal Grove show like this. So, I like to kind of just change it up a little bit. But I definitely got some video. I got an awesome video idea from you guys. Well, actually, 2. And we'll see what goes on. But we'll be back tomorrow. Remember, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to play Planet Coaster, kind of just chit-chat, whatever comes up from you guys. What does it say? I can see you have the Star Wars droids on your shelf. Did you go to Disney World and visit Galaxy's Edge? Yep. Yeah, I got that there. I got my lightsaber upstairs that I did. The droids came, that cup. I got the other black droid. You can't see because of the Setsi, Chewbacca. I got, if you look, I don't know if you can see. I can't see what you see. Oh, you can see. Right here, I got the, what do you call these things? What do they call these stupid things? Then you put the crystals, the Kyber crystals, to reach out and touch someone message thing. Then I got the grenade Coke bottles. Yeah, I got some cool things. Oh, I got the little monkey guy there. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for watching. And I will see you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, because we're almost at 900. And I will see you guys soon. Keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.